So Ronnie took the week off and he's working on the wiring in the cabin. And he's actually having to rewire some of the stuff that the electricians wired because they did, some of the wires were just literally too short and just kind of some weird stuff. But not too bad overall, I guess. But you know, you would think when you spend that kind of money, you wouldn't have to go back and do stuff. And if you see, we have insulation on some of the walls now. And basically, we ran out of insulation. This is the bird's eye view, the fisheye, I guess, view, you could say, of the pantry. So just to show you just how small it is, but just how much it's going to be holding. And then this will be the bathroom. Walls insulated there too. Okay, so what I was doing while I was working on the wiring and stuff, when we had the house re-leveled, of course everything kind of shifted and the door was sticking and not lining up properly. So I had to, and it was a chore. It was like really moved. So anyway, I took everything out and now we have a door that shuts properly. And I had to make it shift because it was rubbing on the bottom corner down here and up on this one point. And so what I did is I moved the frame that way and that way. So this bottom went this way and this top went this way, and that fixed it. So now we have it. The latch wasn't catching properly, but now it does it, and it's nice and quiet. So let's go see what Paul's doing over here. So what are you doing over here, Paul?
Wiring these receptacles. They didn't give me enough again, so I pulled the old one out and put another one in.
So, yeah, we paid all that money for wiring that you've now had to redo. How many pieces?
About 3 pieces.
Yeah. 3 pieces too many.
You know, most of it's fine. Still worth it to have them do all the heavy lifting and drilling all the holes and figuring the circuits out.
Well, I mean, we would have had to pay, and that included running it from the pole to the 2 boxes too. So I mean, I'll give them that.
But still, there was a couple of things that was kind of no-brainers. It's like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like from this box to this. I set the boxes at what I've seen was the standard height, which is about a hammer length. It's about like 13 inches to the bottom, or 13 to 15 inches to the bottom or something. So it's apparently standard. So these are at standard height, and yet you should have, if it has to be inspected, you should have 12 inches of wire coming out. But when you're ready to actually wire the receptacle, you should cut that back to about 6 inches from the point that the wire enters the receptacle.
Right.
So you don't have too much wire that you try to cram into there. But I mean, I came down and it's like the wire was like back here or something when I had it stretched.
Wow.
And you know, like maybe 3 or 4 inches, and it's like, okay, come on. So some places they gave us plenty of wire, and I've had to cut a good bit off, which was fine. I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Well, there was 3 of them, so maybe 2 of them knew what they were doing, and one of them didn't.
I don't know, maybe, but like I said, it's minor. It's the holes are drilled. It was easy enough for me to pull the old wire out and run a new wire in. It was just from here to here, so not that big of a deal. But
and there you go. We have plugs on 2 walls. Well, cheating wise, there's only 1 plug on this wall, but we have all the plugs on this wall too. So now Pa is moving to this, and we came up with a new system, so he's getting them all in there, pulling them where they need to go, and then I'm just doing the connectors and putting the actual plug sockets in. So it's making it move a little faster. And there you have it, the first USB plug. Well, it's regular 115 and USB. Well, we're losing daylight, so we're calling it quits for the day. But we got all the plugs in the living room, well, all the inside plugs for the living room done. You see some open wiring here. That will be an outside plug. We also have an outside plug over here. So again, for those, we didn't put those in yet because we want to get the inside done first, and we'll do those after we have all the inside plugs done. Then we'll go and do the outside plugs, because that means cutting into the house again. Anyway, USB plugs. Thursday morning. We're ready to go. Well, barely still morning, but we got one of the ceiling fan boxes up. Had to again go back and loosen the wire and pull it because I didn't leave enough length. And now Ronnie is going through. He's going to start stripping and putting the boxes in, and then I'll go behind and do the plugs like we did yesterday. Our temporary ceiling fan. It's the Ryobi. It's got one of the small batteries in it, and we ran it for several hours yesterday, and it got it going again this morning, so we're going to see how long it lasts. But it's nice. It helps circulate the air right now. We've got all the windows open, but when it's kind of still, kind of helps just to have it moving around. And we're in the bedroom. So we're in the bedroom now, and we have well, I'll be finishing out this one over here. Paul's finishing this one over here. The one in the middle is an outside plug. We're doing all those last, but so the bedroom is about to be finished also. So that'll be nice. And we did the same thing here. We did USB plugs on this wall because this is where the bed will be over in this area. So, well, it was a long day today, but we got some stuff done, and let's see, we got some of the kitchen countertop GFCIs put in. We got the bathroom GFCIs put in. We got the pantry switch put in, and we did 2 or 3 more of the USB outlets in the bedroom. So the bedroom is done except for the switches and the outside runs, but all the rest of all the bedroom plugs, which we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the bedroom. So we're calling it a night. It's after 7. I'm going to go clean up and have some dinner with the kiddos and the grandkiddos. You ready to call it a day, Paul? So that one's done. That was a single direct one. And on this one, Ronnie actually added that outlet in. It wasn't in the original plans, but we decided we needed all we could get. So we decided to add one in, so he pigtailed it off of this one here. So on this one, we're going to use the what do you call it? The push connectors, which is what we've been doing on the others, and he just added the line in here, so I'll just use the push connectors to connect it to the pigtails, which I already put on, on here. And they're just 6-inch pieces of wire connected as they're supposed to be connected, and then the push connectors go from these pigtails into here. So let's see if we can see what's going on. So on this one, I'm using the 3 push-in connectors, and I've already put them on one end, and then I'm just going to push each one of them. And I try to keep the copper to the bottom, black to the right, and the neutral to the left. So that's what it should look like. You have your 3 connector pigtails, the hot, the neutral, and the ground. And then we're going to push these to this side, the white to that side, and the copper kind of to the center and back. And then we'll screw it on. And Pa is pulling an extra home run. What are you pulling this home run for?
The kitchen lights.
For the kitchen lights. Because it was kind of hinky the way the electrician did it, so the one wire was actually too short to even be usable, so we rerouted that and replaced it, and now he's running home wire from the box straight over to the kitchen switches for the light. Pretty much raining off and on the whole week. A little bit here, a little bit there, but today's been more so than others, and we've had some heavy downpours today. Isn't that cute? Jonathan's little Texas awnings over there. Be able to look out my window and see my neighbor Jonathan. One of the best things about a metal roof is that sound when it's raining. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome sound. You won't hear it as much when all the rest of the insulation is in, but hey, it's a moment of truth. Pa's going to turn on the breaker for the kitchen countertops. Okay, well, nothing blew up yet. Countertop 1, and what about countertop 2? Oh, countertop 2 is the switches.
No,
Okay.
countertop 2 is the first 2.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, check it out. It's on.
woohoo! So that's all, you didn't have to even do that. All you had to do was put on the on button.
Well, we'll just make sure this will give us an indication that everything's wired correct. So, what was it? The 2 on the right side mean it's correct.
That's what we have.
Okay. Should I do top 2 as well? It should be the same either way.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
It's that time. The week is over. We are headed back to the other house. We were, at one point I said we're heading home, and then Ronnie said, well, the other home. So, yeah, we're going to the other home.
Wow.
And luckily, the rain was not going in the direction to flood this because apparently Ronnie left a window open yesterday. So, well, we'll blame it on Ronnie, right? Anyway, so let's take a look. So we still have this switch to do. It's got a home run, power to plugs, porch light, and the three-way switch for the ceiling fan and light. On this side and we did USB and regular 115. And then in here is where Ronnie did a bunch of rewiring because the dishwasher plug or line or whatever you want to call it was supposed to be wired separately, but they had power to the lights running off it or something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he didn't like that at all, so he pulled that and rewired it. So now the dishwasher, I believe, yes, the dishwasher is on its own home run now all the way back to the circuit, so we can just cut that one off by itself. And let's see, and then these are all GFCI in here. So we got the switch here for the main light that will go here, and I've got that one already right there. And then this little light here is the one that will go up right, and let's see, there. We've got USB, well, there's one behind this door here, one here, USB, and we'll probably end up replacing this one back over here with a USB. They ran out of them at the little store we went to, so, and then of course those are all done. We still have to do the switch here, which is the same thing. It's got a three-way that runs to, so 4 wires, so it's controlled from the, what do you call it, from the switch, the outside light, and the can lights. So that'll have 4 different switches on it. And then just plugs, and we got some insulation done. And then of course we've got LED can lights, the recessed lights for the pantry. We did the switch for that, and then we have not done the switch plate for the bathroom, and we need to put up a GFCI here for the refrigerator because there'll be water running to it. And then we did the GFCI plugs for the bathroom, so those are done. And of course cam lights are already up, so that covers it pretty much. So like I said, we're heading to the new home, or the old home, and I'll be able to, like, some of this stuff, now that Ronnie showed me what to do, I'll be able to come back and finish up some things too, and then it won't have to wait. But I can do insulation, I can start the plumbing, now that, like, the bathroom wiring is pretty much done except that the outside plug there. I can close up some of the walls, I can get the shower fixtures, and start the shower since I've got the shower tile. So things are closing up Jonathan's house, just sweeping up. So little by little, this is becoming home. Like I said, there's still things that need to be done, but little by little, it's becoming home. So that's pretty awesome. Berber. He's almost as big as the house. He takes up quite a bit of floor space. Luckily, we'll have just a little bit more floor space than Jonathan does. The little one, she took off outside with Daddy already.